Hi everybody, I'm April Drip and this is my life. On YouTube, of course. Make sure you like, subscribe, and even share my videos. Okay, so this is my first YouTube video on my life channel. I like to talk about anything basically on here. Mostly my life. If you want to comment, ask questions, that's perfectly fine. I'd love to answer them and I'd love to give advice when needed. This channel is going to be showing basically everything about my life. Yes, of course it will be censored because I know kids do watch YouTube more than they watch regular TV. But that's alright. I know how to censor things. On today's show, this one hits home. It involves the silent killer anxiety, panic attacks, stress. So if you're willing to listen, I'm willing to talk. So like I said, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about anxiety, panic attacks, and stress. The most craziest silent killers there is, in my opinion. For me, my anxiety gets set off by triggers. A lot of my triggers consist of loud noises, the thought of just hearing the word no, like me asking a question and the other person might say no, even though they might say yes. I get anxiety just thinking they might say no, which is like the most horrible thing. I get anxiety when I upset people and I don't realize that I'm upsetting people. Let me turn my music back on. Yeah, that bothers me a lot. I catch anxiety attacks when I feel like I've hurt somebody's feelings or I've said something that I shouldn't have. That's practically like all the time I feel like it, but I'm not. It's all in my head, so that's another trigger. Thinking too hard. When I think too hard, boom. I think that sets my panic attacks. I start thinking way too hard, and then I think, why am I thinking this hard? And then I get mad at myself for not knowing why I started thinking that hard to begin with. It sucks really bad. Also past trauma, past memories that usually I start to think about and, don't want to talk about it to certain people, and then that causes me anxiety. And that really sucks. Being around too many people. That is actually called social anxiety. We'll get into that later, but I don't know if it's really the people, it's who the people are. If I don't know you, I can be around you. If I know you, then I can't be around you. Weird. My last one is kind of like the worst of them all to me. Going to sleep, I catch anxiety attacks, and waking up, I catch anxiety attacks. So it's really difficult for me to even go to sleep at times because my nerves are so shot that I feel like I'm not gonna wake up, so I'll stay up as long as I can. That really sucks because sometimes I've been up for 5 days straight, just like, dang, I just cannot go to sleep. I don't know why. Let me shut this off. It might be a little bit better because of the lighting. And then when I wake up in the morning, I wake up in a panic due to these dreams that I have. Most of the time I don't even remember them. So that's kind of weird, but I always wake up with this weird anxiety-ish, panicky-ish feeling. It sucks OD. It sucks like crazy. But that's what life is. I probably have always had anxiety my whole life, but until COVID hit, I never realized it. I caught COVID twice during that pandemic really bad. It was so bad. I had it for the first time I caught it. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know that it was COVID until I started getting everything tastes like poison, everything smells like poison. That scared the crap out of me, so I went straight to the doctor, and yep, I had COVID for 9 months. And then the second time I caught it, it ended up attacking my kidney and like kind of disrupting what my kidney does or whatever. I ended up having to have surgery. I also had the flu at the same time. So anyways, during that's when I ended up realizing I have anxiety. And it wasn't just anxiety, it was extreme, severe anxiety, plus panic attacks. Boom, boom, boom. That was the worst day of my life. I kind of want to talk about the difference between anxiety and panic attacks. Those are two different things, but they both do the same harm. In my opinion, anxiety, when I have anxiety, I just worry, nonstop, worry. I get the fast heartbeats. I'm thinking of the worst of things. That's my anxiety. My panic attacks now, those cause me to cry. I cry. I panic. I will walk back and forth. That's when I end up having to get in the shower for hours when I have panic attacks. So I definitely know the difference. I'm actually in the stages of trying to quit taking medicine for anxiety, and I'm trying to find different ways to cope without taking medicine. So far, I've found, the link will be in the description bar or in the comment section, but I found a beautiful video. I actually posted it on my Facebook page called The Silent Killers. Look it up, follow me, you'll enjoy everything that you see if you have bad anxiety and panic attacks. But there's a video on there where a woman explains how she copes with anxiety, and so far it has been working for me. So what she said was basically, instead of being scared of the anxiety, attack it yourself. Well, that's what I'm gonna start doing. So she basically said, if you feel your heart start to race, try to make it race a little bit more. Try to make it go a little bit faster. If you feel your mind, I'm always knocking this darn thing over. Let me press, I wants to be on now, okay? So if you feel your mind racing, make it race a little bit more. Try to beat your anxiety with your anxiety. I know it sounds crazy, but it works. It works for me. I've been doing it, I'll say, for a week now, but I've also been taking my medicine. I try to do that coping method before taking my medicine. So I'll do that first, see if that works for a little while. If it doesn't, then I'll go to my medicine. I always try natural things before going to the medicine, the man-made things. Yes, they work. Yes, it calms me down, but I'd rather go all natural when it comes to taking care of my anxiety. Yeah, definitely the worst day of my life was not getting anxiety. The worst day of my life was getting anxiety and then going to the doctors and being prescribed the famous medicine, Xanax. Yep, Xanax. A medicine that's supposed to help you, which it does. I cannot complain. That medicine does help you, but it also is very, 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 very addicting. But for me, it's only addicting because I know, like, that's the only thing that helps my anxiety and my heart beating fast and the sweats and the nervousness and stuff. For other people, they take it for a high, and I'm not cool with that. So no, I don't condone drugs for any type of over-the-counter, under-the-counter, around-the-counter drug use for fun. I don't condone it. A little bit of weed here and there, okay. But no, I don't play with drugs for fun. And that's why I said anxiety, Xanax is the worst pill to take because you get dependent on it. And that's not fun. One time I had anxiety so bad, and this is not the first. I mean, this is one of many times that it was so bad that I cried all day while being in the shower for 6 hours. I couldn't move. I didn't know I don't even know what set off my panic attack or anxiety attack, but I couldn't move. And the only thing that calmed me down was sitting in the bathtub because I didn't know what else to do. And what sucks is I have children that have to deal with me while I'm trying to deal with these panic attacks, anxiety attacks, whatever you want to call them. And it sucks because they don't deserve that. So that's one of the main reasons why I've started my Facebook group page called The Silent Killers. It talks about everything that has to do with anxiety attacks, panic attacks, stress, ways that you can cope, triggers, other people's stories. And I've read a lot of people's stories. They're really sad. I didn't even realize how bad anxiety was until I actually went on YouTube and looked up anxiety videos. And the comments to all the videos were very sad. I ended up crying. They were sad. Part of my episodes for my anxiety panic attack shows are going to be reading anonymous person's stories on anxiety. It might help. Like panic attacks are crazy. Panic attacks, you think you're actually going to die. Like that, everybody has panic attacks. I don't care. But most people have more panic attacks than others. I'm one of those people. I have panic attacks 24/7. I have anxiety attacks 24/7. Anxiety more than panicky, but I'd rather that. Like I said, my panic attacks, they send me crazy. They send me to the shower. I feel like I have to go to the hospital. And if anybody knows me, I'm scared to death of hospitals. I actually catch severe panic attacks when I have to go to the hospital. I hate the hospital. Who likes the hospital? Wasn't a real question, but I mean, some people do. But yeah, for this episode, I hope my coping methods worked. Like I said, I'll be on here more talking about it and going through my own experimental coping methods and posting them on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, which is called The Silent Killers. Please make sure to follow it. There's plenty of advice. I'm going to leave you guys with a slogan. For me, it's the 3 L's of life. You live, you laugh, and you love. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share my video. For more future content, I'm April Drip. I'm out.